Hello, brothers and sisters. I hope that you're well today. This is Yeshua Said My Name. I wanted to make a video explaining why my channel is named Yeshua Said My Name. I had quite a few people email me, whether it was emailing me or questioning me on my blog or whatever, text messages asking me if I would explain on the channel why I chose Yeshua Said My Name. I know it's not a usual title for a channel, especially a prophecy channel. But I'll get right to the point. About 25 years ago, maybe a little more now, I'm giving away my age probably, I was up in my room and I was talking to the Lord. And at the time I was struggling with a lot of personal issues in my life where I literally was crying out to the Lord and saying, I don't care if I live or die. If I were to disappear tomorrow, the world would go on spinning and it doesn't matter, Lord. I was having problems in my marriage. I was having my second born son. I almost lost him to SIDS. He was born a month early and with a collapsed larynx. And it took me a good couple of months to finally get ENTs to listen to me and put a camera down his throat to see what was wrong. So I had all these pressures going on with a toddler at home, a newborn that I almost lost that was premature to SIDS. At the time, my husband didn't know the Lord that well, and we were struggling. And there was a lot of other things going on. I had things happen to me growing up in my youth, emotionally, that left scars on me. So I think at this time in my life, I had no care anymore to exist. I didn't feel like I had a purpose. I knew the Lord. I was saved by His grace, but I didn't have, I think, the on-fire intimacy that I do now. Anyway, that was all the Lord's doing. I was crying out to Him one evening, alone in private, and told the Lord these things, that I don't know why you made me. I'm glad that I'm here, and I thank you for that, and I thank you for my boys, but these problems, Lord, these emotional scars, these difficulties in my life were so bad, Lord, that I just don't care if I wake up tomorrow morning. And as I finished speaking to Him, and all I can do is tell you what happened. I can't make anyone believe this. I can't convince anyone of this. All I can do is bear witness to what I know happened. I heard the Lord's voice fill the room and say, Angie. And the way He said my name, it was a longing sigh. He said, Angie. And it was a longing, drawn out sigh. And I took that, and I've never heard it since. I don't ask Him to do that because I feel that if we seek after signs and wonders, we're an adulterous generation. That's what Jesus said. If He chooses to do something in your life like that, let Him be the one to choose that. Don't go seeking Him for that, I don't feel. But I never asked Him for that. I was just pouring my heart out to Him. And after I heard that, I literally, stood up in the room and I just had tears flowing down my cheeks. And ever since then, I heard Him audibly say, Angie. It's got to be probably more than 25 years ago now. I feel that I've not been the same person since. I loved Him then. I tried to serve Him to the best of my ability, but ever since then, there's been an intimacy between us and a closeness that feels just as face to face as if He were physically with me and I could see Him every day. That's how close He and I are, and the things He's put in my life, the way He's revealed His heart to me. I could go on and on, but with my testimony, but He literally rescued me, not only from spiritual death, but giving up on life. And I know what it's like to be in a depression so deeply that you don't care if you wake up the next morning. So I wanted to give my testimony on this channel for those of you who may come here, and I thank you for subscribing. And you may wonder, why would she name her channel that? Yeshua Said My Name. So I'm hoping that this answers some questions. This is the reason, because He did. And I can't prove to people that I heard Him audibly call me by name, but He did. And I didn't ask for it. I didn't go looking for it. And it hasn't happened since. And I have not asked Him to do that. All I know is that ever since that moment, He rescued my heart and my soul from depression. He rescued me from feeling like my life was empty and I didn't matter. He's been my best friend. And He has shown Himself to me intimately in ways that I never would have dreamed were possible. And Also, that's when that fire began in me, I think, to pursue prophetic topics. He began to draw me in that area, to seek his spirit on these things. So all these years that he and I have spent together, he's been teaching me these things that I present on the channel, and now giving me an opportunity to do so. So I wanted to give my testimony, why I named the channel what I did, to give him glory. And it's a testimony to what really did happen in my life with him. But so hopefully this answers your questions. That's why my channel is called what it is. His voice is, you know, he's portrayed in the movies as sounding like this old man. To me, I heard what appeared to be a very young man's voice. Definitely in his 30s, I would say. It was not an old man's voice, and it was not a teenage voice. It was a male voice that sounded no different than maybe someone in his 30s, which Jesus was when he was crucified for us. Like I said, I can't convince anybody of this. You know, all I know is I can bear witness to what happened to me and tell you that he is very personal. He is intimately aware of you, and he is personal. But I feel the Lord did that for me because he knew I was at a desperate point in life, that if I didn't have that as an anchor to hold on to, I don't know where I'd be today. That's how badly I felt. So I just wanted to get on and pour my heart out to you about why my channel is named what it is. Yeshua said my name. He honestly did. Thank you for listening, and thank you for subscribing. God bless you all.